Some questions for you, and if you've got mechanical things like how do I get involved at a local level, how do I get involved at an NAR level or a state level, I'd be more than happy to try and answer that.
Just as you wrapped up, Mo, you talked about earlier about being a leader and being in the front when things are bad, but you kind of are in the middle when things are good. When it's bad and you have to make decisions, and you know it's not always popular decisions or good, or I'm not going to say good, but you know the most popular decision. Tell us about that.
Well,
you've had to make. You've served on committees. You've done stuff. I mean, it's not always a popular thing to be the leader.
Just recently, we went through a vice chair and chairmanship selection process for the National Association of Realtors. We had a group of names submitted here from Florida. Hopefully we took care of a few of those. There were 84 vice chair positions. We got 6,600 applications. That was the most they'd ever gotten ever. And I thought we're not going to get a lot because times are bad. I guess I was wrong. Those choices to me were probably much more difficult than choices that had to do mechanically with the operation of the association itself. Those choices to me, when I had to say, Jim, you get the job, and Jane, you don't, were much more difficult because in my estimation, maybe Jim and Jane were very, very close in ability, and sometimes you make the wrong decision when you take a hard look at folks and you make estimations of what they can accomplish. Most of the people that know me know I like to have fun. It's enormously important for me. I don't think you do things without having fun. But they also know that I have metrics, and I don't like not to win. I am not, and by winning I don't mean myself. What I mean is if a charge is given to us, I think at a time when I was president of the Florida Association of Realtors, we had our first challenge on sales tax on service. And y'all, especially the area around the Panhandle, were very, very responsive. We had to go to court to try and get that off of the ballot because it had been placed on the ballot. We were promised by the folks in Tallahassee that they would not allow it to go on the ballot. And I got that promise directly from Jeb Bush, who, by the way, was a partner of a client of mine. So I had a relationship with him. I mean, we didn't go out to dinner together to shoot the breeze, but I knew it. You know, I knew it. And he called me in and said, I can't do it, and this is why. And he gave me the reasons why. And I didn't feel comfortable with that, but I at least respected the fact that he did it. We brought in a couple attorneys that we thought were pretty good and sat down with them, and we told them the same way we felt. We cannot lose this. If we lose this, it will cost us, I don't know, they told us somewhere between, at that time, $3 and $6 million to try and fight it. And that was a lot of money at that time. Today it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but back then it was. And they did a great job for us, and they won. But and by the way, the same guy that instituted that in my year did the same thing in the president that followed me, Tom Salomon. And each time he said the same thing. He said, these were his exact words. He said, if you call the dogs off, meaning you, he said, if you call the dogs off, I'll carve the real estate business out of the sales tax on service. Well, that would have mean, that's easy stuff. But it wasn't the right thing to do. And I didn't trust him. And he's a politician. So the reality was today we don't have a sales tax on service. That saves your customers and clients over the period of time that we did it, probably hundreds, maybe billions of dollars over the long term. That's what you did for the folks that you do business with every day. Saves you a few bucks too. So your commitment to do the right thing, your commitment to continue and press on, and your commitment to be involved is enormously important.